Welcome back to NewsWatch. 7 Kittitas High School wrestlers are preparing for this weekend's State Mat Classic in Tacoma. Senior Cesar Espinoza and Nate Sorensen will be competing this weekend and are ranked first in their weight classes. Head coach Dustin Johnson says he has a lot of confidence in the 7 that qualified and can see them all bringing home a state medal. The Lady Wildcats fell to Simon Fraser 64-61. Central falters despite holding the better shooting percentage in all categories. This loss marks the 25th in a row to Simon Fraser. CWU playoff chances take a dramatic hit from this one. They must win their final 2 games to possibly have a chance. Central is now 7-15 overall and 2-3 in conference play. Central Washington University men's basketball team finally sees its win streak come to an end. The Wildcats ultimately defeated themselves, shooting under 35% on the game. Western won its home rivalry game 66-62, keeping them undefeated at home on the season. Central returns home to finish out the remaining 2 games before the GNAC tournament begins. CWU drops to 2-3 overall and 13-2 in conference play. Now Kevin joins me at the desk to talk a little bit about instant replay in baseball with a sports commentary.
June 2nd, 2010 is a date that will live in baseball infamy. Armando Galarraga and Jim Joyce will be forever linked in baseball immortality because of this date. But their link won't get either into the Hall of Fame, at least not in the way they should. When Jim Joyce, as he put it, kicked a call at first base and ruined Galarraga's perfect game, baseball was dealt an indelible black mark that won't soon be erased. It signaled a need for the expansion of instant replay in baseball. The cries from apologists have a certain amount of validity. It would slow down the game. The human element is what makes baseball great. There is one overriding answer to any and all arguments. Get it right. That's all fans want. Instant replay doesn't have to be intrusive. It can be a minor inconvenience. No one wants 5-hour baseball games. If that were the result of instant replay, then it should be abolished. But instant replay can be instituted smartly. First, let's cut 15 seconds off the time in between odd-numbered innings. I understand advertisers are a key part of making money, but this should minimize any sort of negative impact. Also, limit the replay time to 2 minutes. If the call isn't clear after 2 minutes, then it stands as originally called on the field. It is also important to keep the call out of the hands of the officials on the field. The NFL uses the officials on the field to make the call, and I don't believe it works. It takes just a couple minutes even to get them over to the replay monitor, and then he has to try and figure out the correct call from one screen. Keep the replay up in the official scorer's booth, like the method they use in college football. Have the umpires simply be on the phone while they get the decision from an official replay umpire who sits next to the official scorer. Finally, limit the number of replays to 1 per team per game, and those replays can't be used on balls or strikes. If you limit the number of times a team can have a call replayed, that won't extend the games by any great length. Implement these simple measures, and situations like an umpire costing a young man one of the rarest feats in sports won't occur. Making these changes won't lengthen games to unwatchable levels. In fact, this would shorten most games by a few minutes. I understand the idea that the human element is important. As college football, though, is currently showing, a computer isn't the best method to determine winners and losers in sports. But isn't it getting it right what's more important? What happens when a team gets cost a playoff berth because of a bad call, or maybe in a playoff game? Instant replay is not a bad word. It can make baseball better, just like the wild card and the designated hitter. Oh, coming up, I'll have your wake-up weather. Also, it's time for another Kid Pick of the Week.
Plus, see how couples in Thailand are spending their Valentine's Day week. Stay tuned.